let's just get on with the stuff. Today we are going to do a book review on The Hound of the Baskervilles. As you may know, this is written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, if you can see here, and this is the title. This is a great book. It is the last of the Sherlock Holmes series. Mostly this was written after Sherlock Holmes died. I mean, that is a long story, I'll explain it later. So, if you want this book and you're living in India, because I live in India, so if you want this book, I'll put a link in the description box below where I got this book. So if that's accessible for you, you may have it for like, I don't know how much I got this, but still, it's probably like $5 or something. So it's not that kind of a expensive book. So yeah, let's start. Okay, so this book, as you can see, is one of the most important books in Arthur Conan Doyle's career. I mean, about the writer, shall I tell you about the writer? He was born in Edinburgh, Scotland in 1857. He died in Crowborough, I don't know where, but he died in Crowborough in 1930. He started his Sherlock Holmes in 1897. He wrote 4 series, including one which includes this book. That is the only book in this. Roughly, this book is around 186 pages, so it's rather 190 to 100 pages. If you get a longer version, it may consist of 150, 160 pages. I don't know, but it's pretty long, and that is a good thing. I mean, even if it's long, it doesn't get boring. That is the specialty about this book. It doesn't get boring at all. If you crumble up anything, if you bundle up anything at all, it just gives you that link back. It is enthralling. It is enthralling. If you ask me, I'm not much of a book critic, if you might know. But this book has 15 chapters, and each and every one of the chapter is related to themselves. So that is one of the most great things that I love about this writer. I personally used to read this book when I was probably 7, 6, I don't know. I was probably 7. I used to watch, read such books at that time. I used to buy comics of Sherlock Holmes. I had them at all. By the way, I have a collection of 365 books in my repertoire. That's a lot. And believe it or not, I love like 16 or 17 of them. Yeah, out of 365, I love 16 or 17 of them, and this one is one of my favorite. So, shall we get on with the overview of the plot? So, the plot is pretty good. I mean, I love the book. I love the way the writer expresses it. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle has put his heart into this book, and he has depicted Sherlock Holmes with a stoicism and vulnerability that has not known for the wrong. The first 4 series of Sherlock Holmes was depicted with kind of an arrogant and humorous English detective. This book has depicted it in a stoic and some kind of, enthusiastic kind of way. It's good. I mean, the plot is definitely good. As you can see, the title here itself reveals the book. It tells that there is a family named Baskervilles and it has a hound. Yeah, that is the correct guess. I mean, if you are guessing this, that is correct. I won't be able to reveal the plot because a lot of you will be saying, "Whoa, spoiler alert! How can you say the plot?" Well, that is why I'm not gonna reveal the plot. But still, if you gotta read this book, it has got a link to it. Every chapter is linked to it, and later on the links reveal themselves as well. I'm sorry, the links reveal themselves so that if even if you miss, or even if you deliberately miss a chapter or so, or if you miss one page, it lets you know that, hey, I haven't read this page. Why is it so? That, yeah, that kind of stuff. I'm not good in acting right now, so that is it. The overview of the plot, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because, you know, I'm not a book critic. I'm not a critic. I'm not a food critic. I'm no critic at all. I'm just a guy, an avid book reader. I read all of my 365 books, and I can tell you, I'm persnickety as hell. I am really persnickety. Means I'm very choosy. Look at this. Even if you get this book, there are some points in which I didn't like the writer's approach. I thought that the plot would be crumbling. You know, this book can be aptly depicted as a cookie. Yeah, a cookie. When you take the cookie out of your oven, some cookies crumble. Some are hard and baked to golden delight, but there are 2 or 3 pieces scattered around. That is the same with this book. That is why I gave it a 9 out of 10 for the plot. So, I know this case looks authentic and very different. That is because it was a classic library that printed this book, or it is published by Wilco. Yeah, this Wilco publishing house. I don't know, I'll put a link in the description below. That this is bound to only India, so if you don't get the Indian version, I'm sorry, I live in India, that is why I got this version. If you live in US, UK, Scotland, Australia, you can get their versions. All look good. I mean, there is no version of this book that is bad. No edited version that is bad. It's good. It's good. I will tell you, it's very good. Overall, the plot seems to be pretty nice. I'll give it a 9 out of 10, as I said. So 9 out of 10 is just because this book is gripping. Not like other books. You do not get to see Sherlock Holmes so gripping in other Sherlock Holmes books. So, like if you read the case book of Sherlock Holmes, which I don't have exactly. Oh, I do have. I just realized that. I'm sorry. I have the case book. I haven't read it fully because there is 1 or 2 chapters or 1 or 2 stories that I have not read. But it didn't actually feel so gripping and so fast. But this book is fast. I'll tell you. Of all the Sherlock Holmes, I love The Adventures, The Return, and The Hound of Baskervilles. I mean, if you are going to buy this book, please, I recommend it. It is required in your collection. If you are coming to my channel newly, please subscribe. That is all I can say. But this is my first review, and I think that I chose the good book. I chose the greatest book for my first review. It's a good plot. So, what about the language? That is important. So, let's get on with it. Okay, so with the language is pretty much English. Yeah, now this might sound a little bit paradoxical, but the language is English. I mean, it is not American or Australian. It is English, proper English. That you will find some sort of phrases or some sort of endemic English words, like they call cookies biggies. Ask me how I know that. I don't know. I can speak an English accent as well as American accent, as well as Indian accent, as well as any other accent I can possibly imagine. I just want to learn it. So this book is really English, you know, sophisticated, no tricks and tips whatsoever. It just, These are typical English languages. You instead of saying, just for instance, instead of saying he said, he has written said he. So that is one of the most amusing things I ever found in this book. So the language, I'll give it 10 out of 10. No, that is not, because I'm not a critic of language. I am not at all. I love every language. Every language is like a mother to everyone. I cannot. I give a language 10 out of 10. It's not that hard. You can understand something, but sometimes you need to go on that sentence twice or thrice. It's good, but I know, right? It's good. So the plot, 9 out of 10. The language, 10 out of 10. So what remains? Oh, how about the characters? Yeah. So the characters, I won't discuss about them much, but I can surely tell you that every character has its own role. Like, it's just like a play. Even the gatekeeper has a function. I know. Without him, the doors won't open and the play won't start. That is it. Every guy here is a gatekeeper or is the main actor. I won't discuss who's the villain, who's the hero, what happens. Nothing. I won't. But like I said earlier, Sherlock Holmes and Watson are represented by stoicism and also a little bit of enthusiastic vulnerability. I love that. I mean, it's great to see such a change in Sherlock Holmes. Next up is this. How are the supporting characters? Well, the supporting characters are, supporting. Sorry, that was bad. I laughed at myself. But the supporting characters play an important role too. I think I'll give the main actors like a 10 out of 10. Yeah, and the supporting actors 8 out of 10. Just because they're pretty much cliche, and that's the only thing cliched about this book. If you find this book, I'm sure you'll find only the supporting actors cliche, nothing else. Okay, so let's move on with the overview of this overall book. Okay, so the overview of the overall book. It's a great book, like I said so. It is one of my favorites in the Sherlock Holmes series. It is really good to have it in your collection. It is one of my favorites. I recommend this to you. Probably I will be doing more videos later, so if you want to stay tuned, please subscribe. I tell you, it's not a skin of your nose. Just please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. And if you want to suggest some books, if you want to suggest some books that I will be able or not able to, I'll be able to review, please leave in the comments below. Oh, and by the way, I'll be doing a vlog. Yeah, like 2 days, 4 days, I don't know. Yeah, 2 days, 4 days later, I'll be doing a vlog. So this book, overall, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Just because I said so, the plot crumbles in somewhere between. The supporting characters are kind of cliche, but everything else is kept apart. When you reach to the Sherlock Holmes and the Watson things, stuff like that, and you reach the villain. I won't disclose who the villain is, but I can tell you that you won't be able to notice it until you reach the last chapter. It's great. It's a great book. I give it a 9 out of 10. Will do again. And please, I recommend this book to you. If you get your hands on it anywhere, or if you want to get it, please get it. I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest books. So, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. So, leave a comment, like, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, thanks for watching.